Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. And out a little across the 25. To the 27th. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Ready.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder. Because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Howard. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive. but that ball's incomplete.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First and 10 at the 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Back to throw. Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point attempt to come here. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Chiefs 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the fan favorite, this is Carson Steele. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. The 20. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. An extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Steele. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, Johnson. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Steele. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down and 1.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Howard. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Yellow.
On 3rd down, it's Steele.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And all the way down to the 5.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they try the right side here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Makes the score.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Steal once more. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to hand this off to Steele. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Steele. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play to the right side and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yellow.
Straight ahead, Steeler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The first down carry here for Johnson. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Looking to throw. Howard. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll begin on the ground with Steele.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 21-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
They'll get this complete to Worthy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Bravo 80.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Johnson. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Bigsby. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Fire down these two. Strike!
On the give and steal. And he's able to break out on one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd and 8.
Right side!
They'll hand it to Steele. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Steele. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Yellow!
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go! Go!
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run, steal. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of
a good pickup there, 21 yards.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On the ground is Steele. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. This is caught. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
60. Panther 60. Check out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. He's going to field this at the 4. And it'll be a big hit at the end of this one, but it's also a big play as he's able to hang on to the football.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And is this